Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to today's video. It is Friday. It's Friday. Yesterday was Thursday. Tomorrow's Saturday. And so the game plan for today is going to take you guys through the full day as I have been during this prep. We are about 8 weeks out. Technically, we're like 7 weeks plus like 1 day out. However, like anytime it's the week before, we're just going to count that as whatever week that is. And so we are 8 weeks out. This is an 8 week out video. We're going to be getting into some breakfast, and I'm starting out the day with the Smarties flavor of Rise. And I've already had a couple of these. I'm going to let you know how I feel about it, but we'll sip. I don't know how they call that Smarties flavor. I like Smarties. I remember like in school a lot, like back in my day, when a lot of teachers would hand out Smarties when you like get a question right or something, back when teachers could give out candy. But this tastes like barely anything like Smarties. I don't even know what it really tastes like. So this one's just all right. I'm kind of like bummed that Smarties could have been such a great thing, but this one, I don't know. Go with the Jolly Rancher one or the Ring Pop flavor. That one's better. Goal macros for today. We are still at 214 protein, 275 carbs, 64 grams of fat. Last 3 days, I was just in Austin, Texas for a kind of business workshop. We had all my leadership team in the company. We all came out to Austin. And then we got some stuff done. Just got back yesterday. So I was traveling on the go. Had 2 workouts at like a Gold's Gym. The workouts were just okay. So this is my first day back, and we really got to hit a good training session. So we got some back and butt day. We're going to get after it. But before that, I'm going to have some breakfast. We got the usual for breakfast. We got the protein pudding. So 2 scoops of protein. We got 30 grams of Rice Krispies. Again, just add a little bit of water. Just put your protein powder in the bowl, and then you're going to add just a little bit of water at a time. Keep mixing, and then get the consistency you want. You want a whey casein blend for this protein pudding. If you use just plain whey, it's really sticky. It doesn't absorb the water as well, but a whey casein blend gets pretty fluffy. So that's the cheat code. Also, I changed my daily driver bowl. I like having just one bowl that I use all day. And me and Nicole, we don't use the dishwasher. We just hand wash things and put it in the drying rack. So I just like eat from this, I rinse it, I clean it, put it in the drying rack, and then I just want to use it for everything. So this is my daily driver bowl. And as you can see, it's a little bit smaller than the one that I was using previous, because smaller plates, smaller bowls, smaller utensils make a little bit of food seem like a lot of food. Cheat codes. But how is prep going? I had lowest weigh-ins that I've had. I think I had a low 204 weigh-in yesterday. I think we had a 204.2 or a 203.8. And now that I got back yesterday, was a rest day, so today's weigh-in was in the 205. So a little bit higher, but tends to be after a rest day. I see that. It's not body fat. It's just probably, food and stuff. So we're moving nice. We're tracking nicely, getting pretty lean. We broke into the 203s. Don't know what stage weight's going to be, but we got, warm-up show in, 6 weeks. 6 weeks in 1 day. Then we have show number 2, which is the one we're counting down to, which is going to be 7 weeks, 1 day. And then we have that third show if need be, which will be 8 weeks plus 1. So I'm going to eat this up. That's how prep's going. We're moving very nicely. And then I leave for a big trip on this upcoming Tuesday, which I don't know if I told you guys where I'm going, but that could be a surprise. It's actually our honeymoon. All right, so we're in the gym. Gonna hit this big butt, big back day, and this may be one of those days where it's not always pretty, but we get it done. So we're gonna get this one done. All right, so we've done some pull-ups, did some hip thrusts, we did some lat pull down. Weights are feeling heavy today, so we're getting done what we can get done. Especially at this stage of the game with prep, we're fighting to retain as much muscle as we can, to retain our strength. But hey, I mean, not every day is gonna be PR setting day, and sometimes you just gotta get some work done and stimulate the muscle. So it's feeling like it's one of those days. Next up, we got lunges, and they tax the glutes, they tax the quads, and they tax the sole. All right, so the workout is done. We're gonna head back, get something to eat. This is one of those lunges felt decently strong, and then some other things wasn't feeling as strong, but overall, we got the workout done. I'm happy. Now, I'm excited to eat. All right, next up we got the next meal. So this is gonna be post-workout meal. We got some tri-tip brisket, which I'll talk about in a minute. And I threw that on some toasted 647 bread. Time for the post-workout meal. So this took less than 3 minutes to make. So already had some pretty much meal prepped meat. So that tri-tip brisket, we'll talk about it. And then if you turn on the broiler in the oven, it takes like 30 seconds per side to make toast, instead of throwing in like a toaster or something, because who's got counter space for that? So we got this delicious concoction, which I'll do with like chicken thighs or something else. And it's great. Open face sandwich, super easy. get some protein in. I use some G Hughes sugar-free sauce on that. This stuff is amazing. It's a lifesaver. I'll make chicken thighs and then just douse it in that. So I highly recommend this. It's like 10 calories per serving, and it's delicious. Even when I'm not dieting or prepping, I pretty much gravitate to this because you're not missing out on flavor. You can eat some more food. Now I want to talk about this tri-tip brisket. So what this is when we host stuff with like friends, instead of committing to like a 15-pound brisket, which you have to cook over like 15 hours or something, and it's just a lot of food, I recommend if you got a smoker, or if you're just interested in maybe doing like an oven smoked thing, you can get tri-tips. So the tri-tip cut of meat, and you can cook that. This is cooked to 205 internal. So, steaks, medium rare, something's going to be like 125 internal, 135 internal. You cook it until 205, and then you get kind of this brisket type material. What kind of food? So brisket is amazing because it's very tough meat. So it's literally cow breast. So you have to cook it all the way to 205 internal. That breaks down like the tendons, and it makes it so it tends to pull apart. Tri-tip, you can do that with like 2-pound cuts, and you can kind of get a very similar style or taste as a brisket. So highly recommend that. And it's often a lot leaner as well. So this is a pretty darn lean brisket. I got the Piedmontese cuts. So it's pretty darn lean. So I'm going to eat this up. But yes, there should be some more smoking meats coming in the off season. But I'm going to eat this up. Talk to you guys in a bit. All right, so we are now in the office, work day, time to get to doing stuff. So the goals for today, in terms of my daily 5 or my daily couple of commitments, I am solidifying a date for a hot seat within the HFP community. So hot seat is when I go on for a Zoom, and we have a lot of people from our community. We have 170 members right now. So setting a time and date so we can all hop on and do a little Q&A session. Also really need to get some things solidified and finalized as far as the retreat goes. So you guys have been hearing the whole planning process of a retreat. We got our location, so Sedona. Now it's just like, what are the pieces? What are the hikes we're gonna do? But also, are we gonna do 7-8 hours of hiking during the weekend? Or how do I make it something that everyone's gonna enjoy? Hiking gets boring after a while because it's glorified walking outside. Nothing against hiking, I love it, but it's honestly, you're taking a walk. So we may want to have some more action-packed stuff in there as well, some collaboration, some competition, seeing how we can add that in there. And then other things that need to get done is I'm working on updating a couple things as far as our free resources that we tend to give out. We updated our ultimate grocery guide, going to be working on the fast food guide and merging a couple that I had already made and adding some restaurants and meals to that one. So gonna make them awesome and really, really powerful. It's been a very exciting week this last week because Hormozi's book, $100 million leads, came out. So there's a lot of things to learn there. That was last weekend. I read that in like 2 days because I just listened to the podcast version. Then the last 3 days I was in Austin for our kind of implementation mastermind within the Champ Dev community that I'm in. So that's kind of like a business mastermind I'm in, but I got to bring my leaders out. So we all just spent 3 days in there, or 2 days fully in there, immersed, working on the business, making our processes, our systems better instead of just being caught in the day-to-day. So you're like, okay, how can we make our coaching better? How can we get people even better results? How do we get people to faster wins and wows so that we're just delivering the best experience possible? And then today we also have another leadership intensive, and this is going to be kind of on creating content with some special guests today. So today I have a deep work block for 3 hours. Then it's a 3-hour intensive that I'll be listening to. I have a couple client calls after that. And then we go back to the gym because we're going to be doing some posing practice. So it is going to be a fun day. It's an action-packed day. And then tomorrow me and Nicole go to Longwood Gardens. And that should be a good time. I think we're looking at flowers and stuff. Awesome. So just want to give you guys kind of like what a day looks like in my life, because I feel if you've been following my journey a lot, you've seen me through pharmacy school. You may have even seen me just like in pharmacy rotations. I wasn't vlogging in high school. different competition seasons, and just like as my life changes and my roles and responsibilities changes, I just feel it's interesting. But I want you guys to see what the full days kind of look like. And I feel it's been cool in this prep that we've gotten a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday. I think we've done a Thursday, we've done a Friday, and I just wanted to vlog just Tuesdays typically because I have a little bit more freedom there. But just like the way life works out, I didn't want to be lugging around a camera while in Austin when I'm focused on one certain mission. I don't want to dilute my mission of being with my team, making things better, and then being like, oh, well, we got to vlog too. So it's good when, we're here, we're getting things done, but I like bringing you guys around in here. However, when me and Nicole go to the honeymoon, we're going to be running and gunning. So I think we're bringing this nice cam because we're going to take a lot of content for her brand. Shout out to Swandine. And then we'll also be running and gunning because I definitely have to get at least a vlog up to keep you guys in the loop of like what is that going to be, like 6 weeks out, 5 weeks out, something like that, when we're on that honeymoon. So I'm gonna get into work and stop talking. So bye. What's going on? We got the next meal. Gonna be having a little bit of a Ninja Creamy concoction. As I eat this, I am getting some laps done. It's around 10:45, so eating a little bit earlier than I guess that I would. Usually I'll have just a stack of watermelon, but I got kind of hungry. And I know that I got some busy stuff going on later, so I wanted to hit this Ninja Creamy. There's only like around 300 calories. I've decreased the amount of those Quest peanut butter cups. I'll show you what those are. I decreased the amount. I was doing 4 at a time. Now I'm only doing 3 at a time. Dieting is tough. But we got these Quest mini peanut butter cups, and they're pretty sweet. But they do have a good amount of protein, and for me, 214 grams of protein is actually relatively low. So I'm gonna eat this up. I'm getting some steps, doing some laps around the couch, still going for at least 12,000 steps per day. So that's a lot of this. Laps. All right, guys, so I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat it, and I'll talk to you later. Also, update on the workday. I am stoked because I think that I finally figured out a piece of the itinerary that was like messing me up. Want to get an ice cream break in there, of course. It's very important, but the ice cream places in Sedona, they close at 8 p.m. So that means the whole day has to be done by like 7:30 p.m. so we can get ice cream to conclude the day. But I moved that earlier after a hike, so we still get the ice cream in during the day, but at least we can now not end the day by 7. We can get more done by closing 8 or 9. So pretty stoked about that one. That was a roadblock. So pretty much just waiting on 2 vendors to solidify 2 times. And then I think I'm going to be able to release tickets for our retreat to our phase 2 and phase 3 members. So I'm very, very stoked. Wanted to keep you guys updated because you guys are on this journey and I'm just sharing all my thoughts. Because also when I'm like 45, I'm going to look at these vlogs and be like, I remember that retreat. Man, that was frustrating putting together, but it was a good time. So this, I vlog for you guys. I vlog for myself too, but I'll talk to you later. In the middle of this intensive and we're learning stuff, and I want to show you guys what I'm going to snack on. I just want something to eat. It is some sugar-free Jello. This is when you know the going gets tough. I got plenty of calories. It's just I don't have time to have a meal, and this was already made. So this is probably like 30 calories or something of Jello, but ultimate cheat code. I don't think you can get more volume than this for less calories. So I'm gonna eat this. I'll talk to you guys a bit. All right, so now it is about 2:30, and before I go into my next client call, we just finished up the intensive. Just learned a lot of stuff about content and marketing, but it's always the principle of reflect on what you're doing, see what's working, do more of that, and do less of what's not working. And I feel like that's applicable always everywhere, but I feel not a lot of people, including myself, remember to always take time to reflect and see what's actually working. Sometimes we just keep doing stuff to do stuff and keep throwing stuff at the wall and see like what sticks. But unless you like really reflect, you're not gonna figure it out. Same thing in training, nutrition, all those kinds of things. But now we're gonna eat a little bit of baked potato. We got 360 grams of this. We had my parents over, Nicole's parents, so family over for dinner a couple days ago. And we just did a bunch of meat, chicken thighs, and then we baked a ton of potatoes. So it's pretty much like a meal prep for us. because we have a lot of leftover baked potatoes now. So I'm gonna eat this up, then get into the next set of calls. Got those calls until I think it's gonna be like 3:30 or so, 3:45, something like that. Then we gotta go to posing practice, and then your boy's gonna have a bunch of ice cream, which I'm excited for. Well, guess where we are? We are, hopefully you can see that, but back at the gym. We are gonna be getting some posing practice going with Mr. Natty Nick. So I'm gonna get in there, strip down. What's up? So we are back. That posing session was brutal. We did, me and Nick went for 3 rounds. But yeah, we did all the posing, like 10-second holds for everything. And yeah, it was really brutal, but you get better as you keep doing them. Getting some steps in right now, and I'm just pretty much destroying some Ninja Creamy concoctions. I got the 3 those chocolate peanut butter cups in this one, and this is with vanilla Jello pudding. I just had one that was chocolate Jello pudding and everything else the same. Cake pop, protein powder, and we have we're going full unsweetened almond milk in these. So eating this up, and then also some updates with the retreat. You know, fun stuff. And Nicole was like, share the woes, share and just like complain a little bit. So it's been quite a week in terms of some things with the new car coming in. There's like some delivery dates where me and Nicole are about to be on our trip this next week, gone for like 8 days, and they're like, oh, delivery day is gonna be right there. And that was also after the salesperson was saying that I could lift the hold on the car through the app, and I was like, no, I can't. He's like, yes, you can. And we went back and forth like that for like 3 days until he finally found out, oh, my bad, that's something I have to do. So now it's gonna arrive while we're gone. And then other thing in terms of the fun of the retreat, if you ever want a vacation in Sedona, Arizona, which I highly recommend, it's beautiful. I'm so excited for it. But our Airbnb is going to be 10 minutes from the Sedona airport. The fun thing though is you cannot fly into the Sedona airport. It's like only private flying. So there's Flagstaff Airport, 40 minutes away, which is not a far drive. But from New Jersey, nothing flies into Flagstaff. There's literally like 0 available flights for us. Okay, that's fine. An hour and a half away is Prescott Airport. And that's a little bit of a drive, but also there's no United flights going in there, and then there's no, I think, direct flights going there. So I think we're gonna fly into Phoenix, which is then gonna be a 2.5 hour drive from Phoenix to Sedona. And so we're gonna have to rent a car, and then we got to bring the whole team in, and we all have 2.5 hour drives. So that has been the fire that we have been putting out today and trying to get all the logistics ready. So, hoo-wee! Fun stuff of putting together a retreat, but at least the dogs are having fun over there. But keeping you guys in the loop, because I'm taking you through this whole event planning journey, because I'm a professional event planner now. But I'm gonna eat my creamy, gonna have some more ice cream, and then also I'm gonna have another one, so that's gonna be number 3, but I'm gonna show you guys a cool topping that I use for that one. So see you then. Let's tell them what we got. So we got an apple in here, and we got some cinnamon, water, and a little bit of sugar-free Jello pudding mix. Mixing this up so it gets nice and thick, kind of thick. And then this is gonna be my topping for the next thing of creamy, which you can hear. So I'll show you what we got. So we got the final meal of the day. We have another pint of creamy, so check that out. And I'm gonna be having this with this apple concoction. So it's kind of like cinnamon apples in this like kind of syrup action that we got going. Some of that. And so that's just Jello mix, cinnamon, a little bit of erythritol. And the way to do this is I just plop a big old scoop of this in there, and then you get a little bit of that cinnamon sugar. You get a little bit of apple on it. And it's phenomenal. So, the thing with the creamy is this is a good base, but you need to have something with it. I was doing blueberry cobblers for a bit, but it's been really good. So the apple is only like less than 100 calories, and then you have this. So it's pretty much like the same calories as if I did the peanut butter cups. Also gonna have one more apple because I have some carbs left. It is a Pink Lady apple because they are the best. And this is gonna be my final meal of the day. So we're gonna close out the day with some greens, some reds, and this thing just likes to leak out of the container piece. And we had a Best Buy guy come out, and he was like, "There's nothing we can do about it. It is what it is." So it's raining else, but we persevere. We get our greens, we get our reds in. So this is a little bit of veggie action. You can use Hejnasty to save when it comes to your greens and reds. And we got some vitamins, we got some fish oil, sleepy pills, multi. Watching some Pat McAfee in the background, so that is some perfect timing. But that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, but the Sedona saga continues, but we're going to have a damn good time. Can't wait for the retreat to see everybody there. Macros for today, we hit 63 grams of fat. We hit 242 carbs, 234 protein. So it's over the protein target by 20, under the carb target by around 33. So we're kind of, within 10 overall or so. 10 grams of protein or carbs. Also hit 55 grams of fiber. So your boy got things moving today, which is always great to have happen. And the step count, 10.8. So we're gonna play the law of averages, and we're gonna be getting some extra steps in at Longwood Gardens. If you guys made it this far in the video, I know that I said that I'm leaving for my honeymoon next week, and the destination is France. We are going to France for the honeymoons, which I'm super stoked. So if you made it this far, say Vive la France. I think that's correct. But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. We'll see you guys in the next one. Keep it flexible. I'm out.